Your mind is a tool. Let's talk about 5 ways how to use your mind to live longer. Hi, my name is Jeffrey Butts, and I'm a doctor of dental surgery, and this channel is all about health and wellness for you to be healthy and wealthy. And today we are talking about how to use your mind. Now, I say food, sleep, exercise, detoxification, and mindfulness behavior, which is what we're talking about today, is the truth. That's what you need to do consciously so that your subconscious can do some things, so that consciously you can do other things like love yourself, love your family, love the people around you, love your community, right? So this right here is mindfulness behavior. We're gonna talk about 5 things, all right? I'm gonna make it fast for you guys. I know you gotta go, no problem. So the first one you gotta do is mindfulness breathing. Now, I already talked about this thing called the physiologic sigh that I learned from my internet hero that I'm gonna meet one day, Dr. Andrew Huberman, who is an ophthalmologist and a neurobiologist. I mean, he is super smart. He's a professor at Stanford University, and he has a podcast that is so in-depth that I couldn't touch it with the 10-foot pole, but I can direct you to it, and you could get all of the nitty-gritty ones and twos, mathematical truths to what is going on with when we do what we do. All right, so I say that to say, I build him up because I feel like he's built me up. I build him up to say that this physiologic sigh, which is basically it's a 2 deep breaths in through your nose and 1 long breath out. The lungs are filled with these little tiny sacs that expand with air called the alveolus. And those alveolus, when you do that second deep breath in, they expand to capacity, and that expansion up to capacity with the slow blowing off of the CO2 makes this nerve that touches every organ in our body, particularly the lungs, is called the vagus nerve. It makes that nerve kind of calm everything else down when you do that. So that is what's happening physiologically. The sacs are blowing up, you're blowing off CO2 in a slow way. And what that does is it calms you down. Now, mindfulness breathing is something that you can do to help with just breathing, can help with your heart health, and that is simply listening to yourself breathe. Or listening to me breathe. But when you do it for yourself, you are doing some great exercise for yourself, and that is a physical but mindfulness behavior that you can do to help yourself for longevity. All right, so the second thing that you do is simply meditation. Meditation can be done in so many ways. There is transcendental meditation. That's the meditation that I do, which is basically I focus on a word. I say that word in my head. When you drift off from the word and you start thinking about what's for lunch, what's for dinner, or I wish I didn't say that, instead of judging yourself in all those situations, you can just bring yourself back to the word, or I bring myself back to the word that I was saying, and the meditation continues. But there's a whole way to get your particular Sanskrit word if you go to the transcendental people. Now, there's a cost to learn how to do that, but you could come up with a word from any trusted source, and then that could be your word if you want to go that way also, all right? But meditation does so many things. I did a whole video on what meditation does, how it extends our life and how it extends our life. When our cells divide, usually they divide, and at the tail of the dividing cell, it just reproduces just a little bit shorter. And then when that one divides, it reproduces a little bit shorter. And then again, a little bit shorter. And that's how you get gray hair. That's how you start getting older, because this replication is happening and your DNA cells are getting shorter, and that shortness of the cells are just what makes you get older. So when you meditate, this transcription kinase comes out, and it just makes it so that when that reproduction stops or happens, it doesn't make a shorter tail. That's it. It makes your tails long, in your DNA tails. And I'm trying to give it to you as simply as possible. This is what's happening in your body when you're doing these mindfulness things. There's actually a physical reaction that's going on when you meditate, when you breathe mindfulnessly. Not can you believe that? It's happening, y'all. And you doing this for yourself is going to make it so that you extend your life. You go up from that moment more prepared to meet the day and love somebody that you just met. How about that? All right, so here's the third thing, mindfulness eating. All right, so I'm a fan of the blood type diet. I have people commenting on those blood type videos that are telling me that they work. There's people commenting that say they don't work. Either way, as long as everyone is doing whatever they're doing and it's working for them, this is how I think it works. This is really what I believe. If you believe you're doing something good for yourself, then you are doing something good for yourself. If you're not hurting anybody else, you're doing the very best, you have good thoughts, you are mindfulness working, and mindfulness eating is going to make it so that when you put something in your mouth and you think that it is something that is highly nutritious and, oh my God, delicious too? What? If it's all of these things, man, you're doing a great job. You're doing a great job. And that is eating carnivore, vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian, whatever's happening in your dietary world. If you're eating for your blood type or not eating for your blood type, if you are putting food in your body and at the time that you're doing it, you're saying this is good, then it is. The mind creates everything. Get your nutrient. I say be more scientific about it. I say, yeah, you should know what your blood type is, at least know what your blood type is. And try the blood type diet, or see if you do the blood type diet naturally, not even knowing that you're supposed to or not supposed to eat something. How great is that? But mindfulness eating is that mental energy that you can put into while you're eating to make you live longer. All right, here's another mindfulness behavior. Mindfulness in nature. How nice. All right, so you are barefoot in the grass. You are walking in the sunshine. You're walking on sunshine, okay? You had a great morning. You had a great day. Go outside, walk around in nature. Why? Because it is good for us. And then as you're walking around and you're recapping your day, or you're making your day, you're filing your day away in your long-term or short-term memory, all right? But you're walking around in the sun, in the rain, come on. Well, I mean, I know I'm sweet, but I'm not made of sugar, right? You might be made of sugar, so you might have to be careful. But you could walk in the rain, all right? And that is an experience that you can have outside, getting with nature in a mindfulness way. And what? It can make you live longer? Yes, because if you go barefoot in the grass, it helps ground you, and that grounding helps bring down inflammation. And less inflammation means less disease can prosper in your body because of the alkaline environment that you have provided for yourself. You're making yourself healthier. One more time, mindfulness in nature is another thing that can make you live longer, if you want to live longer. All right, the last thing is mindfulness movement. Now, I say food, sleep, exercise, detoxification, and mindfulness behavior, which we're talking about right now, is what you need to have a healthy, wealthy life. That's what I'm saying. And I also say, in terms of exercise, I say you gotta have some resistance training and you gotta do some cardio. I say that. I don't quite say it like that. For some reason, it came out like that, and that's what happened because I forgot about yoga. I forgot about stretching. I did. So here we go. Here's my other little thing for you, which is, hey guys, do some yoga, stretch, mindfulness movement, qigong, doing any kind of karate, right? These things, these types of movements where you're doing katas and you're moving your body in a certain kind of way that is going to make it so that the mind and the body are completely working together. Well, if you do that, that is another thing that can make you live longer. Anyway, I love the thought of living longer because I'm having such a good time now and I'm still working and doing things, right? I can only imagine that I'm gonna have a really good time later. That's my thought. And I hope that is for you too. Please meet me on the boat, okay? With your boat. Like, we out here, what? You got a boat too? What? All right, so that's it. Mindfulness behavior can absolutely extend your life and it can improve the quality of your present moment now, right now. How about that? All right? You guys have been amazing. You stayed to the end? You did? Thanks so much. Well, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, send the video to someone whom you love. You could send a video to someone that you don't like also. You could do that too, all right? And let them know that the information is out there and that your health is your responsibility. So take responsibility. You got this, all right? Thanks so much for watching. Let's talk about some other things a little later.